Wednesday, guys. I'm Esther.
I'm Juji.
I'm Elijah.
And I'm Alex.
And we're here to tell you we're here to remind you what day it is. It's been a while.
Just a little bit.
All right, so
what's
up with you guys?
Well, what about a random fact about you?
Oh, and a random fact about me is that I don't like olives.
You don't like olives?
Like both green and black?
Olives are gross.
I was like that kid who, like, I would eat anything, so I would try something and be like, yeah, I like this. But I tried some olives, like, just from a can once, and it just, like, it disturbed me.
It was gross.
I definitely didn't like them when I was younger, but I like them now, like on pizza and stuff.
Yeah, I'm willing to give them another chance, because there's not really a lot of things that I don't like the taste of, you know? So
Yeah.
it's odd to me that I wouldn't like them, but I don't know.
They're worth a shot, and also green olives and black olives taste different. Some people eat them like candy. I don't think I could ever do that, but
Yeah.
But I like them in things, and I don't know. Sometimes I can eat like a couple pieces of them, but typically, I like them on pizza. That's really where I typically put them.
All right, well, that was a fact. That was the fact about me. So my throat is hurting, like, right now and all day. So what's new with you guys this week?
Well, as you guys saw from my message earlier this week, I got my 3D printer up and running finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I spent most of the snow day kind of putting that together and figuring that out, and then I tried printing that evening, but it kept screwing up. So I ended up finally getting it to work Wednesday, I think. But I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
That's awesome. What about you, Juj?
I finished making my bookshelf.
Yeah, Juji made a bookshelf just for her school textbooks.
It's for all my books.
I was like, what's your bookshelf for? She goes, my textbooks. Just sell them. You don't need those.
You never know. Some day down the road, she might.
Well, it depends on the textbook, but I mean, these days when
They
you...
look like they're...
Yeah?
Yeah, they look like they're mostly art books, so I guess that's kind of cool, like, whatever.
Yeah, well, those could be potentially worth holding on to. I know with mine, most of the time I'd buy them one semester for like $50-$60, and then the next semester when I tried to sell them, it cost more to ship them than it did for what I was getting back for them.
Yeah. It's a crime.
Well, I mean, one of them I bought for like $7, like, besides shipping, so it was like, I can't really sell that one anyways.
True. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay, Alex, how about you? What have you been doing this week?
Wow, you're really moving things along here, huh?
Yeah.
Yesterday, me and Claudia, we were driving around, and we had to print something out, so we went to the library in Granville. And the library in Granville has a natural history museum.
Oh, really?
And actually, I wish I knew about this before, because it could have been something that Juji and her friends went to go see, because it's like really close by. But they have
we'll
like
do that in the summer.
Yeah, once I tell you what it is, you'll probably think it's pretty cool. But it's like the largest collection that I've ever seen of like taxidermy animals.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I mean, they had like tons of well, I think most impressively, they had like tons of different birds. Like I'm talking hundreds of species of birds.
Wow.
Like all in display cases and stuff like that. It was like insane. Like it was like, holy cow. Like how did like the time that went into like I mean, some of them were smaller too. Like, so you got these really tiny birds that it's like, wow, like for them to have to like recreate or like take the body and like, you know what I mean, and preserve it in such a way must have taken like a lot of work and time. And it was just insane to see like such a huge collection, because like normally when you see taxidermy stuff, it's either like it's like old and dusty and gross, you know what I mean, or and it's only like a couple maybe that some person had like some weird collection and they decided to kind of put it in like a strange display, you know what I mean, of like, oh, this is like, you know, the great outdoors or something. But this collection was like completely like different. It was like, I mean, they had like, again, they had all different species of animals too. They had like alligator on display. They had a few bears. Oh, they had a kangaroo too. Yeah. And oh my God, they just had like even like species that aren't from like around here. They even had parrots and all kinds of other birds and stuff, and lizards and even smaller creatures like butterflies and stuff like that. But it was just very cool, and it was kind of just like an odd find.
Butterflies.
Yeah, well, you don't have to do much there. You kind of just put them in a box, and they're all good to go, you know?
Differently with bugs, Alex.
Maybe spray them with glue, and you're all set.
I think they just tack them to a piece of paper, you're good.
Well, what is it called
exactly.
when it's bugs?
Just a dead bug in a collection.
I highly doubt there isn't a technical term for it. So until you can prove us wrong, it's taxidermy.
No, until you can prove me wrong, it's just a dead bug in a collection of dead bugs.
Hundreds of dead bugs.
Touche.
Just a lot of dead bugs.
All right.
So what about you, Esther?
So, I didn't do anything new this week. There was like that storm, so I had a lot of days off of school. Thankfully, don't want to go back. But like recently, I've been studying astrology a lot.
I've noticed
more
that
than
actually.
I have in the past. You what?
I've noticed that in a lot of your posts, you've kind of like mentioned a lot of stuff about
Yeah, I've been
moons and suns and.
Yeah, I've been studying like my chart, my my natal chart, and it like tells you like I don't understand like the exact I don't understand why things are what they are, but like so like everyone has a sign according to their birthday, but then if you have your birth time and your birthplace, you can fill out your chart and you can find like your main signs, which are like your sun, moon, and your rising. And they help to tell you like the kind of person you are, and they give you like advice on how to like figure out like certain situations in your life, like based off of your personality, like how to deal with like challenges and like difficult things. So it's kind of cool, like and I've been analyzing my chart, and it's just been like so accurate in my life right now, and accurate to like how I'm growing and how I am as a person. And so I've been like looking at my friends and like trying to like memorize like all the zodiac signs, like all of their qualities and like their like the compatibility and stuff like that, so I can like, if someone tells me their birthday, I can like say, hey, like, are you like this or are you like that? And it's just kind of cool. Like I was never into it before, but like recently I've just been really interested in learning about astrology.
Yeah, I think one time I said something about moon and rising signs on the podcast, and you were just like, "What's that?"
Yeah, no, well, we did have the segment that just was terrible every time we tried it, in any way we tried it, but take it as a sign. We never really got that one to work.
My moon and rising signs are Aries.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure out what that means. I know that I'm supposed to be really compatible with Aries, so I don't know if it's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna figure out what's up with Juju. I know, so like,
that'll be a first.
What's really interesting to me is, so like Mom, Juji, and Dad are all water signs. So Mom and Juji are Cancer and Dad is a Pisces. And water signs tend to be the most emotional, like the most like sort of like connected with like spirituality, or just very like sensitive or emotional artistic people. And especially Pisces, like the sign of like the Pisces sign is pretty much like sad artist sign, which sums up dad in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
like cancers
funny.
are like sweet. They're emotional too, but they have like a lot more. They have like their strengths of their own as well. And Mom and Gigi have always been like, I don't know, like kind of like, I guess the most emotional out of all of us, I feel, because me and Alex are both air signs. So Aquarius and Gemini's are air signs, and we tend to be I think we tend to be more more like social, more outgoing, and like we like to do new things and like try new things and travel and stuff. But you are, Elisha, you're a Sagittarius, and
Yep.
Sagittariuses are very intelligent,
Oh,
and
well,
they
thank you.
also like travel, and they also like having like conversations with people and stuff. So
What kind of like earth, air, water?
Sagittarius, I think it's a fire sign.
Yeah, no, that sounds like fire.
Yeah,
You
so
would
you're
associate.
a firebender.
Oh, cool.
So the only so I technically I get along with I'm supposed to get along with air signs and fire signs the most, but I find that I get along with a lot of water signs because of my like I have Pisces in me, and I've been getting along with a lot of earth signs recently, which is weird because like those signs tend to be people who are more like critical and like they like things the way they are, and they're like sort of people who are very they're very stern in their values, and like they don't like change, and they like having things like their way kind of. And I don't I tend not to get along with people who have those personalities, but recently I've noticed that all my close friends or the people who've like been there for me have been like earth signs, so that's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Anyways, the reason
You're like your rock.
yeah, kind of, which is, I don't know, that's interesting, right? Because it's like air is like people who are, you know, like they're just all over the place. Like an air sign is like someone who's just kind of like, like they could go anywhere. And yeah.
So then they keep you grounded.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Like, I haven't met someone who didn't identify with their sign at all. And even if they did, like, if they looked up their chart, they could see that like they have a lot of like another sign in them that they like more, they identify with more or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's cool, and I like how relatable it is to my life. So
All my friends are water. Oh, my closest friends are water signs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because you're a water sign.
Yeah.
That was it for new this week. Unless you got anyone who has anything else to say.
I got my supercomputer in, all the components.
Your supercomputer?
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
I basically spent all weekend trying to get it working because we built it from scratch, and then Juji helped me assemble some of it on Friday, and then all kind of Saturday and Sunday I was figuring stuff out, and if it wasn't one problem, it was the next problem. And it's not that any of it was like, the computer's great, like it's awesome. Alex did a really good job of like figuring out the components. There was just always like something, like I needed certain drivers, and then I was trying to hook it up to my big TV and through HDMI, and it's supposed to have sound, and then didn't have the right drivers for that, and all sorts of
And I
crazy stuff.
changed it to make it look really ugly.
Yeah, when Juji was helping me out, she was being so helpful and made my computer look as ugly as possible and changed things to like Elisha stinks and little brat.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's funny.
No, that was just on command prompt. If you just exit out of that and then open up it again, it's like reset.
True, but
Wait, what were you trying to do in command
I
prompt?
changed the name of the window on command prompt and changed the colors. And then I changed the background and the theme of the background and personalization. So it wasn't anything complicated.
she just wanted to prove that she could do it. Show me that she's powerful.
Cool. Well,
Powerful hacker.
yeah, I don't know anything about smart computers or whatever you're talking about.
I don't know anything about smart.
I don't know anything about smart things.
Mer, mer, mer.
So I want to get onto our topic of the week.
Let's tackle a
Dun,
topic.
dun, dun. So okay, so for this week, you guys, I left it as a surprise because it's like a would you rather thing, and they're both like really cool ideas, and I just thought that this would like pertain really well to us. So it's would you rather be able to play every instrument in the world perfectly, including your singing voice, or be able to speak every language in the world fluently?
Every language.
Either speak every language fluently or be able to play every instrument in the entire world like perfectly.
For me, definitely every language.
Well,
Instrument.
I'm already good at instruments, so I might as well just choose language.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Juji already.
But you'd literally be
Can
able to
No, no,
play
you
every
can't have the
best of
instrument
both
and just
worlds.
play it.
But I feel like
And
I
you
already
have a
do that.
perfect
You-
like everything. Perfect
As
voice.
soon as you gain the power to speak every language, you'll lose the ability to play.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey! That wasn't part of the original
What?
prompt.
It should be. It could be.
Well, I don't like that. That makes the decision a lot harder. Cause like, I would love to have any singing voice. I was about to say better, but let's face it, I don't have one in the first place.
Yeah.
But, and like, I like the option of eventually being able to learn a few instruments, and like, of course, I'm currently learning the cello, and I hope to be halfway decent at it. But I don't need to be the best at all of them. Languages, on the other hand, that's always been something that, like, I don't know, maybe insecure might be the wrong word, but like, I want to travel and go to different places, but I'd feel stupid not being able to at least say a couple words in different languages when going to that particular country. It seems kind of like ignorant. But
Yeah, unfortunately,
I'm also,
there's really no way to kind of bypass that. You kind of
yeah, I know, but it's
just
still
have to
frustrating.
accept the
Well,
fact.
with this opportunity, I would be able to bypass that and be able to speak the language fluently.
What do you think, Esther?
I think I would choose play every instrument in the world, and because I feel like that pertains like more to my interests, and like I think because if I knew every language in the world, like chances are I wouldn't even like speak to like a person who knew that language fluently for most of those languages, so I would only have to like keep it to myself. But if I knew every instrument in the world, I could like pick it up and just play it no matter where I am.
I don't know. I'd still go with language.
Really?
like I can
Juju would go
already-
with language.
Well, because I can already pick up instruments and try to figure them out. So
All right,
why
Miss
would I-
Cocky.
Look,
Dude, I
look
already
who's
know every
talking,
instrument
Alex.
in the world.
You're basically just like her in that way.
Wow.
What about you, Alex?
So I'd probably pick instruments because I don't know, it just seems like it would be nicer to not have to go through the effort to learn the instrument and just already be like amazing at it. And
I
like
think it's because I'm bad at languages that I just want to know them already.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'm terrible at them too, so I definitely get that.
And do you want to learn languages, Alicia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before,
You don't want to like be like a good singer or anything? Like
No,
not be
no.
tone deaf anymore?
no, so like I was,
I'm messing with you, but like, you know.
no. So we'll probably edit this out, but like I said before, I'd love to sing. I'd love to like have any singing voice, and I'd love to be able to play many instruments really well. And I don't think that door is completely closed, or at least play them decently. I don't know about the voice thing. Probably that'll never happen. But with, like, I don't know what I would do with being able to play all the instruments anyhow. I'd much rather be able to speak the different languages and, like, go to those different countries and, like, communicate with different people and learn from those different people.
Maybe it's because we're nerds.
Well, I mean, nerds could apply it either way.
I don't know, because it's interesting
I
because
don't know about that.
you have Alex and Juji, who are both really, like, capable musically on just about anything, and then you have Esther, who's kind of in this mid ground where you're
I could, but I don't try.
yeah, you only apply yourself a little bit here and there, and you play a decent guitar, you play a decent ukulele, and you have a beautiful singing voice. But so you're like this mid area when it comes to the musical spectrum, and then you have me, who's like wah 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 whenever I'm playing the cello, and that's about the extent of my musical capabilities.
Also, if you noticed, for one episode, I put on that one that we did together, but only one episode. I'm not putting that on anymore.
Oh, really?
For the intro, yeah. Reed was like, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Oh wait,
I had mixed
the
feelings. I
entire
think it
version
could've
or
been
just
better.
his part?
I
I
think
think we all should have sung in it.
oh god.
Alicia could have been bass.
Yeah.
No, we'll give you one note.
La.
Just hold that
Just
note
one
for
note.
like
For people who are
10
listening,
seconds.
like we're not trying to be mean to Elisha. He's just like he can't really carry a tune well.
No,
but like
I
it's funny
can't.
because the rest of us can. Like
Yeah.
not that like we're like amazing singers or whatever, but like we all like kind of can like sing in tune except for
Well-
Elisha.
Well, Esther, you are a good singer, and Juju's still a pretty good singer, and then Alex just naturally kind of has a bit of an ear for it, so he can kind of carry a tune. But yeah, no, I'm
Alex hides it in like every once in a while, like he'll just like sing like a note that like makes a bird sing with him, and then he'll like never sing again. just one note, and then all of a sudden you're like, "What was that?" Alex is like, "I don't know."
whatever.
see, I hide mine too, but usually because it kills the birds. So
Well, you used to sing to me to sleep when I was little.
yeah, you guys actually requested that, which is adorable.
I would ask you to sing
Give her
Twinkle Little
nightmares
Star.
instead.
Nightmares.
I would sing Twinkle Little Star, but it wouldn't be any of the notes of Twinkle Little Star, and so I was always like, I don't know how I feel about this.
But you always requested it, which I appreciate.
No problem.
We both understood how bad I was at it, and yet we both did it. I did not pick out a pirate song this week. Unless you guys have anything.
What?
Oh, look who's
What?
talking, Alex. You're the one that like chose that particular segment and then just
Well,
dropped
if
it
you
as
wanted
soon
to,
as-
you could tell us this before, and that way, so we'd give us like a chance if we wanted to look something
Did we
up.
ever have Drunken Sailor as our pirate song? Ever?
Does it count? It's sort of the theme.
Yeah, but that's just a cover. Like, well, I guess everything
I
would be a
for-
cover of it.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
technically
it?
all of them are covers. I forget if we already have one on there. We
I mean,
might.
if you don't, you can put that on there.
I have a
Uh,
fun drunken sailor song story.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
it was gonna become a Snapchat, but then Claudia's phone died, and it was like one of these nights where it was like super rainy at the camp, and we have this issue at the front door where like it builds up a lot of water because I
Mhm.
haven't irrigated it properly yet. So we've got this huge like moat right in front of the friggin' door.
Yeah.
So
I've
I'm
seen
out
it.
there. I'm taking buckets. This was like a month ago in like February, early February when it was warm.
Mhm.
And I'm taking a bucket and I'm just scooping the water out and like tossing it out like it's a ship. Because literally, like if I don't do that, it'll like find its way into the house, and then you'll have huge puddles in the house. So it literally is like bailing out a ship. So I'm like leaning over with a bucket and like
Maybe-
taking the bucket, and I'm singing the sailor song, and I'm like the drunken sailor as I'm like bailing out water.
I mean, okay. You should build like an actual moat, so then.
I mean, we're halfway there, really. I mean, all I'd have to do is just put like a one of those tiny little bridges, the footbridges.
No, but I mean like one that keeps the water out of your house.
Oh,
Not like scoops it in. Yeah, like somewhere else, a little
Oh.
further away.
well, that would
Yeah.
I'd have to do some major trench digging for that one there. That I haven't quite gotten the time to do yet, but that'll be for next year. I'll work on that. In the meantime, we live in like a cave because there's snowbanks up to your friggin' eyeballs.
Yeah,
And
you have what, like 2 feet of snow over there
icicles-
right now?
icicles coming off the roof and off the side of like the entryway that are like as long, like as tall as me.
And every time one falls, Bailey barks at it.
Yeah, whenever like snow off the roof falls, Bailey like barks at it. No, she's right here and she's looking at me. And then the screen house got worse this morning. We woke up and the thing is like the whole roof is pretty much caved in like all the way now,
Really?
like practically
no.
touching the floor now. And I don't dare disrupt it because it still has like 1.5 feet of snow on top of it because it's been so cold, none of it's melted. So it's like all that weight plus the weight of the roof, and it's like, yay. Being underneath it's a little sketchy.
I'd like to thank our 2 listeners, our mom and our Uncle Richie, for listening in. Esther?
I said probably not mom. She's probably given up.
True. We should almost change that to Reed at this point, because we do actually know that Reed always listens.
Yeah, Reed does.
Hi, Reed.
Always listen.
Hi,
Sup?
Reed. All right, so you can find us on Instagram. Sorry, you can. Okay, so this is where you can find us. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube at Pirate Wednesdays, and you can find us on Twitter at Pirate Wednesday without the S. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave comments, and ask listener questions.
Cool. Yes. So, Juge, want to sign us off?
All right, yeah. Don't forget to shave your belly with a rusty razor.